Money once again, everyone. Let's see the chat box. Is circle coming in half yearly? No. Course is same for half yearly. It is just we are moving forward. Class, any doubts till now? If you want to ask, we can start with doubts. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, Amrit. Voice is coming very low. So why are we going? Okay, okay. I will let you know later on. Till then, in doubt class, please to confirm. So in quadrilateral doubt. In quadrilateral doubt, beta, you can ask me on WhatsApp. Okay? Quadrilateral you can ask me on WhatsApp. I will clear for you. Now, new chapter, chapter number 10. So when will we get date sheet? Soon, beta. Okay. Because it is like plural and singular. Okay? So we have circles chapter number 10. Before starting circles, there was one thing that was to be discussed in chapter triangles in that last exercise, which is optional. If you remember, we have exercise optional in that chapter in which there were some questions. They are based on some concepts. There are three kind of centers that we have to discuss. I'm discussing that in that one. First one is in center. So types of center you can say in center. Second is your ortho center. If you remember this thing, you can answer. So your voice is very low. All of you are facing the same problem. Please confirm. Because mic is okay. Not clear and low. Voice is clear. Vijay Singh. Voice is okay. Pranav Sharma. But you can check your connection. Parky is saying it's okay. Okay. So second is ortho center, and third is your circumcenter. They all comes in triangle. In triangle, we have three kind of center where we have a circle inside the triangle or outside. Abhishek saying voice is low. What to be done? Actually, I'm using one kilo only. Everything is fine, I guess. Now is it okay, Abhishek? Utkarsh? Now is it fine, beta? Please confirm. Okay. Now see, what is center? Class, we have seen a triangle like this. If you draw a circle inside triangle, it is known as in center. So let me draw like this. This is your a circle inside triangle. This is known as in center. This point O is in center. So how we define this? You can say it is center of a circle that is drawn inside a triangle touching all sides. Plus, this is your in center and it is the center of circle that is drawn inside a triangle touching all sides. This is not being used in any of the question, just extra knowledge. Okay. If you want to go for that exercise, optional one, you will need these concepts. That is why I'm spelling over here. That's it. Now the question comes, how to draw in center? How to find in center? Suppose you have any triangle with you and you want to find its in center. What will you do? Anyone? Any idea how to find in center? Class? Anyone? Idea about this? You can share. Yes, Utkarsh, good. In center is obtained by intersection of angle bisectors. Let me draw. It is the point of intersection of three angle bisectors. So if you have a triangle like this, A, class, try to understand how to obtain an in center. It is a point of intersection of three angle bisectors of the triangle. Of a triangle. Let me draw a triangle first. So this is a triangle and these are three angles A, B and C. You have this angle, you have this angle and you have this angle. So what you do is you have to draw angle bisector of this angle like this, angle bisector of this angle, angle B, and finally of angle C. Whatever point they are meeting at, this point will be your in center. Class, do you remember how to bisect the angle? Class, do you remember how to bisect the angle using compass? Please confirm. If a triangle is given to you, can you draw three angle bisectors? Please confirm. If a triangle is given to you, can you draw three angle bisectors? Anyone? Yes. Others? Do you remember how to bisect the angle? Yes, move soon. See, if you have an angle, now question comes how to bisect an angle. Suppose you have an angle of 60 degree. We have learned this thing. We have to keep compass on this point D. We keep compass on this point D. We open it more than half and take an arc like this. Similarly, we keep the compass end on this point E and we take another arc with same open compass and we get a angle bisector. Yes, class? Now you remember how to get an angle bisector? Please confirm. Okay. So this way you can draw three angle bisectors of a given triangle and the point where they meet will give you your in center. You can try it on your own. At home also you can draw any triangle. Try to bisect the three angles and after that you get the center and then draw a circle using that. Okay. You can take that as your center. Now, second one, that is orthocenter. Again, it is obtained. It actually comes outside the circle. Orthocenter. It is center of circle which is around the circle. Okay. Now the question comes how to draw this one. How to find orthocenter. It is point of intersection of three altitudes. Yes, class. In a triangle, if you draw three altitudes, their point of intersection will give you orthocenter. Class, in a triangle, if you draw three altitudes, their point of intersection will give you a point which is known as orthocenter. Suppose you draw this as the first altitude, second altitude, and this is your third altitude. Then this point O will be your orthocenter, and you can draw a circle like this. So you draw it properly using compass and scale, it will come proper. Okay, class, are you able to understand orthocenter? It is point of intersection of altitudes of a triangle. Class, please confirm. Yes. Okay. Now, last, circumcenter. Class, any idea what is circumcenter? After school opens, we will do it practically on the blackboard also. But till then, just have an idea what is orthocenter, what is in center. On perimeter. Okay. Anyone else? What is circumcenter? Center of circumference. Okay. Hmm. It is actually point of intersection of perpendicular bisectors of three sides. So when you draw perpendicular bisector of three sides, their point of intersection will give you circumcenter. Again, I am repeating this. There is no question of these topics in your book. It is only in optional exercise. But this concept can be utilized in future studies. That is why I am telling. Okay. So circumcenter. Suppose you have a triangle like this. This also comes around the circle only, sorry, triangle only. Now, question comes, how to draw a perpendicular bisector? Class, do you remember how to draw perpendicular bisector of any side? Class, do you remember how to draw perpendicular bisector? Simple, if you have a line, you just have to keep compass on one end, open it more than half, and take one arc above, one arc below. Similarly, here also we can draw like this, and this will be your perpendicular bisector. So in this case, if you draw three perpendicular bisectors, you can take any triangle and try to perpendicularly bisect the three sides. The point that you will obtain after the intersection will be your this circumcenter. Now let's see. Suppose on A you have drawn a perpendicular bisector like this. This is a perpendicular bisector on AB. Similarly, this is the second one. Perpendicular bisector, and the third one. Then this point O will be your circumcenter. So taking this point O and this C as the radius, you can draw a circle like this, which will touch all the 3 points. This will be known as your circumcenter. Today, when you get time, you can try these three, and tomorrow we can discuss your doubts about these. Okay. Again, I'm repeating. In center, we draw three angle bisectors. In orthocenter, we draw three altitudes, and in this case, circumcenter, we draw three perpendicular bisectors. And their point of intersection give us in-center, orthocenter, and circumcenter respectively. These circles are defined on a circle. In-center is coming inside, ortho and circumcenter coming outside. Okay, class, please confirm. Please confirm. Now we start circles. Please define circle. What do you mean by a circle? Class, please define a circle. What do you mean by a circle? How will you define? A round figure shape. Okay. Okay. Others, please try. How will you define a circle? Circle is actually a set of points. Let me show you. This point a perfect figure drawn with a radius. Okay. No corners. Okay. No edges, no corners, no vertex. Okay. Class C. If you want to define a particular definition for this, you can see this point A is lying on circle. This point B is lying on circle. This point C is lying on circle. D is also lying on circle. E is also lying on circle. These all points lie on circle. And the common thing, class, what can you say about these all? What is common in all these points? They all are, yes, class, try to understand. They all are, class, please tell, they all are equidistant from a point. So we can say circle is set of all the points which are at an equal distance from a fixed point. That is your center. So define like this. Center, sorry, it is a set of points which are at equal distance from a fixed point. So this fixed point is known as class. This fixed point is known as no. Fixed point is center, beta. Ayush. It is a point, not a line. Why you are saying it radius, beta? Fixed point is known as center of circle. Now question comes, what is this equal distance? What is this equal distance? The equal distance or the distance only, the distance from the distance of each point on circle from center is known as, class please answer, this is your radius. Now, next point, what do we have? Circle, okay, radius done. Diameter is also, let us see. What is diameter? Diameter is twice of radius. This we all know already. Now, next point is, yes, twice of radius. Now, we have area made by area covered by circle. Class, if you observe, a circle creates three areas, one inside, one outside, and one on the boundary. If you observe this thing, inside area is known as, which one area? Is the interior of circle. The outside is known as, class, The outside is known as exterior, and this is your circle. So you can say a circle divides the plane in three parts. Circle divides plane in three parts: interior, exterior, and circle boundary. There are three parts made by this circle. Now, the next definition is chord. Anyone who can define a chord? Ask, what is chord of a circle? Please define chord of a circle. How will you define a chord? Class, please define a chord. How will you define a chord of a circle? Any line connecting 2 points. Yes. If we take 2 points on a circle, like a line from any point of circle to another point moves. Good, beta. Others, please try. So, if you have 2 points on a circle, Bhumi saying straight line segment in a circle. Okay. So, Bhumi, see, if you take 2 points on circle and you join them like this is a chord. If you take a point here, suppose C, this, and a point here D, this is also a chord. So a line joining 2 points on the circle is known as chord. So let me write here line segment joining 2 points on circle. Sir, it could be diameter also. Yes, beta. I'm telling that also. Example AB and CD. Class, if someone asks what is the maximum possible length of chord, what will you say? The chord of maximum length is known as diameter. Yes. So if we take 2 points such that the line through them passes through center. Suppose I take E and like this, E and F. This is also a chord. So we can say the chord passing through center is the longest chord, known as diameter. So the chord which passes through center is the longest chord and it is known as diameter. So diameter is also a chord. Okay. Now next point, arc. Now class, what is a arc as per you? Please tell what is a arc? Arc of a circle. Please define arc. How do you define arc of a circle? Opposite of AB. Okay. Any other way to define, class? If you observe, circle itself is a curve. Circle is a curve only. Again, if you take 2 points, A and B, then you can observe these 2 points is dividing this complete circle in two parts. Yes, these 2 points are dividing the circle in two pieces. First piece, this one, AB, and second piece, this one, AB. Class, what do you say? If you observe, these 2 points divide this complete circle in two pieces. One, the upper piece, and second, the lower piece. So, arc is actually dividing or the piece of the circle. You can define it like this. It is a piece of circle between 2 points. Now question comes, what do we call this arc and what do we call this arc? Class, what do we call this first one? It is looking larger also. What do we call this? Major or minor? If a arc is larger, what do we call? Major or minor? It is major arc. Similarly, this one will be known as second one. Class, second one is your minor arc. Now, one question to understand. If I say AB is major arc, if I say AB is minor arc, then the people will be confused that both are looking same only. And how we can say it is major, how it is minor? There is a convention for this. The convention is we always take AB arc as minor arc. The convention is convention. To reduce the confusion, we always take this as minor arc. So if in a question they are saying AB arc, you have to take it as, class please answer. If they are not defining anything, they are just saying AB arc, what will you think? It is a minor arc. You will never take it as major arc. Okay, this is a convention that we always take AB arc as minor one. For major, you have to take a point like this. Suppose R, you can say ARB is the major arc. That's it. So again, I'm repeating. If any question they are just saying AB is a arc, you have to take it as minor only. If they mention it is a major arc, then only you can take it as major. Okay, class, please confirm. We always have to take the given arc as minor arc until and unless they are defining it as major. Okay. Now comes, we have understood chord, we have understood this arc. Now the last portion is sector and segment. So first let's see segment. Segment of a circle, time is less, and sector of a circle. These both are defined with the help of arc, radius, and chord. So first let's see what is segment of a circle. If you have a circle like this and you have a chord, if you have a chord A and B, then this is known as a segment. Yes, but we are very good. Sir, if AB is a point on diameter, then how will we find the arc? But if AB is on diameter, you will get two semicircles. Those two arcs will be your semicircle. You can write here. If major arc is equal to minor arc, they both are semicircular arc. Okay. Now, class, how will you define segment of a circle? If you see, this is a chord, this is a arc. So the area between chord and a arc is known as segment. So area between chord and an arc is segment. Here also we have two kind of segments. If you observe, this is your minor segment and the above one is your major segment. So in this case, if you take as the area between chord and arc known as minor, sorry, segment. If you take the minor arc, it is minor segment. If you take the major arc, it is a major segment. Minor is taken, the segment formed is known as minor segment. If major arc is taken, it is known as major segment. Class, I hope this is clear to you. Please confirm. Segment is clear to you. Please confirm. Class, please confirm. Segment is clear to you. Okay. Now comes sector. Good, Bhumi. How to define a sector? In a pizza, if you have seen a slice, in pizza, the slice you see is actually a sector. Yes. So, if you draw two radius like this is your R, R, and this is your arc, AB. So, in this time, how will you define a sector? Class, try to define a sector. How will you define a sector? Okay, okay, ma'am. Okay, done. Just write down area between two radii and an arc is known as sector. Again, if arc is minor, we get minor sector. If arc is major, we get major sector. That's it.